Introduction of life after Google book summary. Is Google's reign coming to an end? For 20 years, Google has ruled the internet. It changed how we search, connect, and live. But is its power fading? Google knows everything about us. But is our data really safe? What if the world built on big data is cracking? Enter the new era, blockchain, Bitcoin, and the cryptocosm. This isn't just tech jargon, it's the future. Discover why Google's model can't last forever. Learn how blockchain focuses on security, privacy, and control. See how it could replace the giant we thought was unbeatable. Curious? Watch till the end to uncover the future of the internet. Don't miss it. This video, including its audio and script, is protected by copyright. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or piracy is strictly prohibited and may result in legal action. Welcome to Technology and Future English Book Summary, Episode 3. In this episode, we'll explore 2018 published book Life After Google, written by George Gilder. The full title of the book is Life After Google, The Fall of Big Data and the Rise of the Blockchain Economy. Chapter 1 of Life After Google Book Summary. Google's World, Big Data and Advertising. Google's system runs on big data and ad revenue. Its massive servers support everything. Among all tech giants, Google has shaped how our world works today. Its influence touches technology, institutions, and daily life. Google's view on knowledge. Google doesn't grow knowledge in the traditional way. Instead of building slowly on past ideas, it collects all the world's information in one place, the cloud. Sophisticated algorithms then analyze this data to find new insights. Google has created a giant digital version of the real world. It started with the internet and expanded to books, languages, maps, and even faces through facial recognition. When you use Google, you interact with this huge database. Since Google wants all data, privacy often clashes with its goals. Google's business model. Google makes about 95% of its money from ads. You don't pay with cash to use its services, you pay with your time and attention. People generally dislike ads, which led to a 102% rise in ad blocker use between 2015 and 2016. Google's ads are subtle. Sponsored links appear at the top of search results, blending in with real ones. This clever design keeps ads less noticeable but effective. Google's data centers. To manage its data and ads, Google built huge data centers. One is near the Dalles, Oregon. It holds 75,000 servers and processes 3.5 billion searches daily, 1.5 trillion a year. These servers power services like Gmail and Google Docs. They've also set a new standard in tech. The more data storage and processing you have, the better. But is that true? Tech expert Jaron Lanier, who helped create virtual reality, calls these big data centers siren servers. He refers to Greek myths where sirens lured sailors to doom. Could these powerful data hubs, which made Google dominant, also lead to future problems? Only time will tell. Chapter 2 of Life After Google Book Summary. Big Data and the Fear of Dangerous AI. Many people think big data will create dangerous AI, but this is not true. In January 2017, tech leaders met secretly in Monterey Bay, California. Google co-founder Larry Page was there. They talked about the risks of artificial intelligence, AI. Interestingly, most people at the meeting were working to develop AI. So why were they worried? They believe AI will be part of our future no matter what. If they don't build it, someone else will. They think the best thing they can do is help create AI and warn others about the risks. But are these risks real? To answer that, we need to look at history. In 1930, mathematician David Hilbert said that all science could be explained through one complete system of math. But the day before, Kurt Gödel proved this was impossible. He showed that no logical system can be complete. Every system needs basic rules from outside itself. This is why humans can create systems. It's also how computer programming works. We set the rules from the outside. For AI to become dangerous on its own, it would need to be a complete system. If AI had all the world's data, like Google collects, it might seem like it could learn everything without human help. However, Gödel's work shows this isn't possible. AI systems are never complete. They always need human input. This means AI can't become dangerous unless humans program it that way. The fear of an AI taking over the world comes from people worrying about their own inventions, not from AI itself. AI is only as dangerous as we make it. The real risk comes from how we choose to design and use it. Chapter 3 of Life After Google Book Summary. Challenging Education, the Thiel Foundation's Innovation. If American academic institutions want to progress, they should follow the example of the Thiel Foundation. In 2013, the Universidad Francisco Marroquín in Guatemala became the first university in the Americas to accept Bitcoin payments. This shows that some universities are more willing to embrace new ideas than others. Many American universities, however, tend to resist progress. For example, Harvard University has made efforts to combat climate change by distancing itself from fossil fuels. But instead of encouraging innovation and solutions, their focus is more on stopping things. Other universities are more concerned with their reputation than with improving education. For instance, during Stephen Trachtenberg's 20 years as president of George Washington University, tuition fees more than doubled, from $27,000 to almost $60,000, without any clear improvement in education quality. Trachtenberg even called a degree from the university a trophy. However, some institutions are working to challenge these trends. The Thiel Foundation, named after its founder Peter Thiel, offers the Thiel Fellowship, a $100,000 grant to help young people under 20 leave college and pursue their own projects. The goal is to foster entrepreneurs and innovators, not just academics. Danielle Strachman and Mike Gibson, who led the foundation for 5 years, went on to start the 1517 Fund in 2015. This fund supports young entrepreneurs, including former Thiel Fellows. The 1517 Fund aims to challenge the education system, which they believe is not promoting scientific breakthroughs. In 2013, the Thiel Fellowship helped Austin Russell create Luminar, a company that builds laser radar chips for self-driving cars. In 2017, Toyota announced it would buy chips from Luminar for its own vehicles. The fellowship also helped Vitalik Buterin, a college dropout who co-founded the blockchain platform Ethereum, which is poised to change the world. The Thiel Foundation's focus on supporting young entrepreneurs instead of following traditional educational paths shows how forward-thinking institutions can spark innovation and change. Chapter 4 of Life After Google Book Summary: How Bitcoin and Blockchain Revolutionize Online Security. Bitcoin and blockchain technology are changing online security. In October 2008, a person or group named Satoshi Nakamoto introduced Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency. Bitcoin has since transformed the world, and to understand it, we need to explore a new online world called the cryptocosm. In the cryptocosm, personal data is not stored in one central place but is spread across individuals. Every user has two keys for their online account, a public key and a private key. When sending a message, the public key encrypts it and only the private key can decrypt it. This ensures that only the intended recipient can read the message. When the recipient replies, they use their private key to encrypt the message, creating a unique digital signature. This signature proves their identity without revealing any personal information. These digital signatures are crucial to Bitcoin and its blockchain technology. Every 10 minutes, a new block is created to record the latest Bitcoin transactions. Each block contains digital signatures and a timestamp showing when it was made. The timestamp is created through a process called mining, which involves solving complex problems using the power of many computers in the network. Once the problem is solved, a proof of work is generated, marking the time when the block was created. Miners are rewarded with new bitcoins for their work. Because the timestamp is created only after solving the mining problem, it can be forged. Multiple computers verify the process, making the information in the block trustworthy and secure. Every Bitcoin transaction is recorded in the next block. These blocks form a chain, called a blockchain, which is public. Each block has a unique fingerprint, and these fingerprints connect all the blocks in the chain. This makes it nearly impossible to change the information in one block because it would require changing all the previous blocks. The Bitcoin ledger, which records every transaction, is almost impossible to hack, ensuring the security of all Bitcoin transactions. This level of security is why many businesses are embracing Bitcoin and blockchain technology. Chapter 5 of Life After Google Book Summary: Blockchain Rivals. Ethereum and Blockstack are using blockchain technology for their businesses. Ethereum, launched in 2015, allows more than just cryptocurrency transactions. It introduced smart contracts which let people trade assets securely. If all conditions are met, the assets are transferred. If not, they are refunded. This made investing easier and avoided strict regulations. By 2018, Ethereum's coin, Ether, had a market cap of nearly $60 billion, almost half of Bitcoin's. In 2016, Craig Wright, an Australian scientist, claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin. Many were doubtful. A young skeptic argued that proving his identity would be easier if Wright signed a message with Satoshi's private key instead of just claiming it. This skeptic was none other than Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum's founder. Some believe Ethereum could surpass Bitcoin. Blockchain expert Andreas Antonopoulos compares it to a lion and a shark, each ruling its own space. While Bitcoin remains the top cryptocurrency, Ethereum dominates in blockchain applications. Blockstack, another blockchain company, is also making waves. Founded by Munib Ali, it is creating a decentralized network for blockchain apps. It offers both a browsing network and an open-source platform for developers. It relies on two main structures: a monolith, which handles blockchain processes, and a metaverse, where users interact and create content. This technology aims to give users more control and security online. Blockchain is not just changing software, it is also influencing hardware. Innovations are emerging to challenge tech giants like Google. As blockchain evolves, it continues to shape the digital world in unexpected ways. Chapter 6 of Life After Google Book Summary: The Return of Hardware. Hardware manufacturing is making a comeback. It is also helping to redesign outdated cloud technology. In computer science, Moore's law states that circuits become twice as efficient every 2 years. Bell's law adds that every 10 years, new computer architecture emerges due to a major drop in processing costs. This happened in the 70s and 80s when personal computers replaced IBM's large mainframes. More recently, Google's cloud changed the landscape. Are we about to see another big shift? In Silicon Valley, hardware manufacturing is being revived. While many companies no longer build silicon chips, some, like Nvidia, still do. But instead of focusing on power-hungry chips, they are designing cooler, more energy-efficient ones. Bill Daly, Nvidia's chief scientist, believes in the power of graphics processors. These chips handle multiple tasks at the same time instead of pushing everything through a single data highway. This approach is useful in fields like self-driving cars, where analyzing multiple objects at once is critical for safety. Meanwhile, companies like Google are still chasing cheaper and more powerful processing for their massive data centers. But their demand for power is exceeding what current technology can provide. This is where decentralized computing comes in. One exciting development is a company called Golem, which operates on the Ethereum blockchain. Golem works like Airbnb for computers. It rents unused processing power from individual computers and combines it into a massive virtual supercomputer. This allows people to perform expensive tasks like rendering graphics at a lower cost without relying on centralized cloud servers. Blockchain also improves security and efficiency. With these changes, cloud computing and processing power are evolving. Could anything stop the rise of blockchain-based technology? Chapter 7 of Life After Google Book Summary: Gold versus Bitcoin. Gold has been a standard of wealth for centuries. It helped keep currency stable, but Bitcoin's attempt to replace it has problems. In the 18th century, Isaac Newton introduced the gold standard. For nearly 200 years, governments backed their money with gold. This kept economies stable. Why gold? It does not rust, so it lasts forever. Its supply grows slowly, so its value stays steady. Even as mining improves, gold gets harder to find. This made it a reliable measure for currencies, but governments later abandoned the gold standard. Instead, they let markets decide the value of money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Satoshi Nakamoto wanted Bitcoin to be the new gold standard. He created a mining system that made Bitcoin harder to produce over time. He also set a limit of 21 million Bitcoins. His goal was to make Bitcoin scarce and valuable just like gold. But Bitcoin has a big flaw. Economist Mike Kendall says Bitcoin is already a form of exchange, but it is too unstable. Since its supply is fixed, its price changes wildly. For example, in 2017, Bitcoin's value jumped from $1,183 to $19,401. Such big swings make it unreliable as a standard. Satoshi's technology was groundbreaking, but his economic model had weaknesses. Other cryptocurrencies may need to fix these issues. The future of digital money is still evolving. Conclusion of life after Google Book Summary. That's it for today's video. We explored how Google's power is facing new challenges. A new digital world is rising with blockchain and the cryptocosm. These innovations can protect personal data and change how we do business online. The future is not about looking back, but moving forward. If people and companies focus on building better systems, technology can truly serve everyone. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more insights. See you in the next video. Disclaimer, please check the description. Any digital copy of this content that is shared through piracy or downloaded without permission or uploaded on any online social media platform will be considered a clear violation of copyright law. Piracy is a serious offense, and strict legal action will be taken against it. Additionally, copyright infringement may result in a strike against your YouTube channel or page, and it could even be deleted. Therefore, please do not engage in piracy or support it. This content has been created based on the references from the mentioned book. However, it may contain some unintentional errors or inconsistencies due to human or mechanical mistakes. If you notice any mistakes or inconsistencies, please accept our apologies and inform us through a comment or message. If you enjoy this book summary and wish to gain complete knowledge of the book, then please consider purchasing the book from an online or offline bookstore and reading it.